Hello, everyone, and welcome to Animazing Collector Circle Chat podcast. We got some amazing members here. If you haven't seen them before, heard them, let's go through the room pretty quick here and introduce yourselves. Start with Domino.
Hi, I'm Domino. I've been here every time now so far. I don't think I missed anything. I collect games, video games. That's the same thing. Movies, anime, um, manga, all sorts of things you can see. And I'm here again. So thanks again for having me again,
Yeah, thanks
Roger.
for being here. Go ahead.
I'm Roger. Actually, I'm the leader of Animazing. Thank you all for coming to my group. Also collect anime, manga, art books, and all kinds of things that can go on forever. But I love you guys. Thank you for coming over today.
Eileen.
Elaine,
Hello, thank you for inviting me. My name is Eileen. I am a swag collector, in addition to any type of media related to anime. So basically everything on disc or in Blu-ray and any of the swag or collectible items that come with it. And also I collect old publications that are directly related to manga and anime releases.
you've been my thorn in my side ever since I'm not here.
I'm being nice. Shush, Roger. Whose turn is it now?
Jenny.
Jenny.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I collect anime, manga, video games, and do a little bit of cosplay.
You're the best.
No, thank you.
Yes, you are.
Aw.
See, he's nice to you.
He's like fighting with you, and he's like, Jen's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
He just likes my Sundera personality.
Hi, I'm Yana, and I collect a lot of anime, manga, figures, J-pop CDs, Halloween stuff, Hello Kitty, so a lot of various things.
And then I guess I'll be last here. My name's Ed. I collect a little bit of everything. Mostly more focus on anime though. But we have a pretty good group of people here devoted to the
Mhm.
craft. Excited for this mystery topic, I know that I haven't told anyone
So
yet.
excited.
It's gonna be the biggest letdown in the world, and
No, it isn't.
well, whoa, okay. Apparently, someone has some confidence here.
I can't be any worse than Evangelion.
That was actually the topic.
I'm gonna make a mistake again.
No, but I think a good topic for us for this group really is you know we all have different sorts of collections that keep growing over
Yeah.
days, months, even hours for some people here in the group. Um, but when is it too much? Is there like a period that you just tell yourself this is enough?
Yeah,
I've
there's
done
a
my
Yeah.
my share. Stop buying.
there's
What are
a
your thoughts
No,
on
that's
people
not
telling
gonna
you that?
I
People
tell
tell
that.
you that all the time, don't they?
Yes, I try to tell myself that all the time, and I can't seem to. The other half of me's like, nah, you can fit that.
Well, see, in my opinion, that the size of the container is how much bigger your collection is going to be. Because there you got a good point. There's a difference between a collection and a hoard.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have trash hanging out, you pick up a piece of garbage and you take in the cow feces and just lay it in your house and stuff like that.
Cow feces in a room, okay.
Be nice. Jeez.
So,
No,
right,
I
you can
think
look at it and you can enjoy it, but except the size of the container, the size of the house or the storage facility that you're trying to keep it nice and air conditioned and all that will eventually determine how much you can have. Of course, money being the other one. If you don't have money, there's it becomes hard unless you become unless you do other nefarious ways of getting it happen.
Wow.
I've noticed that a lot of people like me have hit a point where they have to focus their collections. And in college, I realized that I had too much crap, and that
Okay.
I had too much stuff that I wasn't really interested in, but I was still buying it just for the sake of collecting it.
Hmm.
And that I ended up like purging my entire manga collection that wasn't directly related to the anime releases. I got rid of any figures I had. I gave away all my UFO plushies that I was obsessed with for like
Ooh.
Yep.
1 year of high school. And I just started focusing on the things that I like the best.
Hmm.
So at some point, you either start narrowing your interest, or you run out of money, and your
Yeah.
collection doesn't grow any bigger.
You have so much stuff that you really lose interest in collecting it. It loses
Right.
the greatness of having it. 'Cause you got so much of it, you can't look at it, you can't enjoy it. So
The
you're saying,
hunt is no fun because you have no money to spend
yeah,
on it because you've already spent it on things that are
that's
less important to you.
yeah, the chasing the rabbit is the funnest part. The chasing, oh, I got that that last collection, that's super rare. I can't believe I got it.
Yeah.
The thrill of the hunt.
Where that, and just in general, trying to collect stuff that really doesn't have a limit, like anime. If let's say you're collecting all the T-shirts, they can endlessly print T-shirts. It's just going to be like a black hole. Whereas
Yeah, there's
on
no way
some
you can
anime
get.
collections, there's
Yeah,
a list, and the list is it. So
Until they
the
reprint it.
it can go on forever. If
yeah,
this
but the
chapter
original still
thing
remains
be
red.
forever.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's like Bandai. They might reprint a bunch of Bandai titles, but it won't be classic Bandai.
Well, it's true because everything has a catalog number, right?
But
So
it
you
Right.
depends what
you want
release you
first
want
generation or
too.
this generation,
That's true.
this kind
Yeah,
of
Not all
cover.
the
That's it.
releases, Jenny.
that's
No,
really just up
I
to
want
the
I want the
collector.
art box. I want the art box
Ah,
release.
the true
I
Finman.
do too. Me
Yeah.
and Jenny are on the same page. You
Yeah.
have to have the
Yep.
first pretty one.
Hmm.
And then I might get the Blu-ray down the line, but then that's it. Unless I don't know.
But you need the
They don't
tangle
make
Yeah,
box, the
they
gold
don't make
box.
steelbooks for every show, so I don't.
no,
That
they
one's
don't.
not too bad.
Yet.
I always
Like
want the
I'm gonna
first
get the
print.
Peter Grill
So
one because it's a steelbook,
And you have
so
class.
it's
I,
so it's
I
on the
avoid
list.
I avoid collections if they still have singles, and I usually get the first release of anything,
Part one,
including the
part
art
two.
box release,
The art
because
box
one of the
release
things,
is the one I want.
yeah,
Yeah, normally. I mean,
but
unless
there's
or the
there's
one that's
usually
not a
two art box
stack.
releases.
I hate that stack when they
I
stack the
hate
discs
them.
on top of each. I don't want that one. I'll buy the singles over buying that.
I don't
But
mind it. I used to hate flat packs. I hated them with a burning passion. I still
By,
kind of hate them,
by
but I
flat
can't
packs,
avoid
you
them
mean the
now.
thin packs?
Yeah, when they repackaged everything in thin packs,
The little thin
I
things, yeah.
hated it.
Mm,
Because
Such a
mm.
flimsy.
when I had friends who were like coming over to watch things and they'd borrow discs, if they lost disc 3, I could go get another disc 3.
True.
But in a flat pack, if they lost disc 3, I'd have to go buy the whole box.
I just don't
Yep.
let them borrow anything.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
we
wasn't.
have
I
I didn't
don't do
learn
that
better in
anymore.
school later.
Nope.
Private collection only.
I had people go, "Oh, I want to borrow." No, no. I had somebody want to borrow Sakurai. I was like, "No, I like
No,
that show."
absolutely
Ooh,
not. You
yeah.
won't get
No.
anything
I
like that.
mean, it's so much
I
easier
do.
not to lend things now when everything's streamed. So
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you have my login. Go play.
Speaking of your logins, I finally went to your high dive and I realized you no longer have it. I was like, oh.
Oh, I haven't made the payment yet.
I was
I,
like, okay, I'm finally gonna watch Oshinoko or whatever.
just
And then I was like, never
just
mind.
poke me online when you're ready to watch it. And I'll
Okay.
turn it back on. It's just that
Wow.
I rotate my videos so that I'm only paying for the one I'm using.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Man, I guess I gotta
fair.
get in good with you so I can watch some
Well, I still have my
online.
Crunchyroll.
Oh, Crunchyroll, yeah.
Go for
I
So I'm
liked when I
watching
could
back
watch
there.
it like stuff for free. That was nice.
I noticed that a lot of the high dive stuff is actually on Crunchyroll now.
Hmm.
Isn't it?
They have been pushing.
Mhm.
Not all of it, but there are some.
So it's all going to Sony Crunchimation.
Did you guys notice that during the sale, some of the Sentai stuff was actually cheaper on the Right Stuff sale? If you looked around.
I just
I
I
ignored
didn't.
it
didn't.
since
I
that
don't have
sale.
money for sale, so I kind of just avoided it.
I just bought
But
the. That's all I did.
But it doesn't surprise me considering the distribution center is different now for Sentai.
mm,
Yeah, I guess don't buy limited editions from them.
Just compare prices.
Not any more
That's
limited
fine.
Okay.
edition from
No,
Sentai.
I meant more with the shipping than the price itself.
it might just
Oh.
be that Right Stuff sat on their stock for so long that they're just getting rid of it of their own accord.
Hmm?
No, they were newer releases that they
Oh,
had
really?
cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right Stuff
Yeah.
won't stop
Nice.
selling Sentai.
I'm
No, no.
way behind
Well,
again.
I don't mean that. I just mean that normally when they had a sale, I noticed that Sentai would have on their regular site, it would always be cheaper.
Hmm.
But this time around, it wasn't that way. So I didn't know if, now they don't have like a deal going on. So now Right Stuff is just doing whatever price they want to do.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
It could be that
Yeah.
way.
Well, they can do that. They're bought out by Sony. They can afford to drop money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who haven't we heard from about the topic?
Ed and what's her name? Lumia?
Who
Luna Mary.
Oh, me.
Yana.
I mean, how much
who got
Yeah.
on
do
a
you
tangent?
I mean, I think part of it is I've kind of hit that point where my watch list is greater than I feel what I have time for.
Same.
But
Yeah.
I
Yep.
still like collecting it and also space. But at the same time, I've more narrowed what I do collect more interest wise.
Mm.
That way I have the space for it. And then if I
Mhm.
want a different edition, I can also buy more than one edition without feeling overwhelmed, like trying to find a spot for it. So, also keeping it organized. I feel once you can't keep it organized anymore and it's like all over the floor, it's just messy, you can't find anything. I think
No,
that's
no
when you know
comment.
you have too much.
Domino's like sweating over there. The
Wow.
sweat bubble
Shots
has
fired.
formed.
Shots fired, Domino.
I think that's a lot of us though, because I get so passionate about what I love, and I've noticed I do have to kind of focus a little, especially with figures, because figures
Yeah.
Yeah.
take up so
Oh
much space.
yeah.
And I told myself, okay, this is what if I do buy a figure, it's gonna have to be something that I know I'm gonna display and I really like,
You can't
because
buy
if
all the
not,
figures, Jenny,
I can't.
of that
No, no,
anime.
and I was trying, and there goes your
Oh
bank account,
no.
you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, in
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, in space.
These are things I tell myself all the time. I'm only gonna buy certain manga. I'm only gonna buy certain anime. I'm only gonna buy certain video games or figures. And then I turn around, they're like, "Look what's coming out!" I'm like, "Ooh, pre-ordered."
Yeah, let's do
They
Yeah,
make it so
that's
easy to
how I am.
pre-order. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
My secret is I almost never pre-order.
Yeah.
You not pre-order like no anime, no nothing anymore?
I do not have any pre-order list except for the ones that I know that I suspect are going to sell out from the beginning.
All
Like
the
my
boys
dress up
love
So
darling. Do it.
it. Boys
I
love it.
don't really like that show. I'm not that concerned.
What? Whoa, whoa, whoa,
wow, there you
whoa.
go. Some people don't like it.
You do
There's the door.
There's the door. Wow.
It's okay.
you do pre-order all the Danmei though, don't you?
I don't buy novels. I just read them online.
Oh, you're that group.
I read them as they're translated. I don't have to wait for them to be published.
So you don't buy every anime then either. You just get like
I
the
do buy
yaoi.
I buy every first edition of anime, and usually with all the preceding editions, I get the first Blu-ray, and then after that, I don't care.
I did pre-order Heaven Official's Blessing when that came out.
I did buy 3 of those.
3 of them.
Oh boy.
I wanted
Wow.
it to sell well. I wanted to support the series
That's good. That's good.
I think
because
it's
you know how it
gone. I
is
think the
when they
limited
have
edition's gone.
it is sold out. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
the regular one isn't.
the regular
Nice.
one isn't, but the limited edition is.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm really happy about that because it means that they're going
See,
to be encouraged to do
I
more
don't need
limited
3
editions.
of them. Like I don't like I'm gonna
Oh, you
open
got the
one and
one
watch
too.
it, or I'm just gonna stream it and watch it.
Yeah.
So it's
I
So
didn't
like
need 3 of
and
them either,
never
but
open it.
I
So
bought them for other people.
oh, okay. Well, that's different. To me, like buying 3 of the same thing is a little weird.
but
I don't
Jenny,
know.
you need one to
I don't
store, one
usually
And
to
one to
show.
store, one to watch, and one to let people
Yeah,
borrow.
you
I
see?
I
get
usually
you. I'm
don't
not
do
letting
that.
nobody borrow nothing. So that'd be
I
no.
it's different.
It's like you haven't learned anything from Lucky Star, have you?
No, I haven't. Forget that show. No, I like it. I have
Wow.
that show.
Shots
Such a
fired.
classic.
I like it. I've watched it. It's
It
not
teaches you
really
life
about
lessons.
anything, but it's okay.
It tells you
It's
about Comic Cat
it's
being a
the
weeb.
anime about nothing, really.
So Seinfeld.
It is Seinfeld, yeah. It's the Seinfeld of anime.
I see no problems with this.
No, it's fine.
But I guess for my thing on it, it again we're a really passionate group here, and collecting is just part of our nature. And when you look at our collections, the space that is what defines what we can actually show or collect. But at the same time, you have to play Tetris over a period of time to see what works, what doesn't work, move things around so it can be displayed better. But with anyone, there comes a time when you need to think, do I need to go to a bigger place, bigger house, bigger apartment, whatnot, or get to a storage unit if you want, if you're okay with not seeing your collection every day. But there's a
I'll
time when you have to
never,
figure out what's your priorities.
I will never
Well, my
do storage unit. That's what I'm
uh,
telling myself. I'm not gonna get to
I
that point.
had
Yeah.
stuff in storage and it got destroyed, so
Exactly.
I was
Oof.
not happy about that.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
heard
that's a
horror
risk.
stories.
That's a risk.
I did look
Yeah,
around at storage units, but after I heard so many, I was like,
Yeah.
and I've heard about people having their stuff stolen from
There,
storage
Mm.
units as
there
well.
was
yeah.
my comic book store owner that lives over in Oregon. He has a storage unit with certain comics that and like a couple of months ago, someone else's storage unit, not too far from his, caught on fire, and he was
Oh.
lucky. It damaged like a few storage units. Luckily, his didn't get it, but it was like we were all like on to the tips of our heels, wondering, is
Yeah.
his gonna be okay? Is his gonna be, because his that was his livelihood. That's stock for his store,
Mhm.
and
That's
it
when
was
you
like,
buy your own. Why you buy a bigger store with your own
yeah,
storage unit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. That's definitely made me think, no, I am not doing the storage unit thing. I would rather just live it like this.
Similar situation with, I live in a smaller home. I don't have a big mansion like Domino has, which I wish I did have.
Well,
Big mansion.
Domino,
Wow.
Man, I
Domino
gotta
doesn't have
see
a
your play
mansion.
style, no? I gotta
just
see this
not big.
mansion.
Wow, Roger's saying you got a mansion. Do you got maids and butlers too?
No, dude, they would look like this if I did.
Not moving ones.
So anyway, there was getting to a point where there was just so much of it. I just couldn't, maneuver too well. So I started had a great idea. The first great idea was to consolidate everything. Start moving out bigger sets, try to get smaller sets. Then I got all, of course, I went to the extreme, everything in thin pack. I ordered
Uh,
cases
Yeah.
from
uh,
You
Canada.
destroyed anime
I buy
so you
everything
could
collection, the whole
storage.
thing. I compressed everything to where I could display everything, but I didn't have anything in my closet or anything like that. But I had a lot of regrets, so I started, buying this and rebuying it. So in my case, because of the place I live, there's a really nice air conditioned storage building. It cost me a certain amount of money per month to get it done, but I had to make a decision. That's
Hey,
why.
that money you're using for that storage unit
You
could have
could be
got
buying anime.
Galactic Heroes. I mean,
Well, no.
Oh, Galactic Heroes. Wow.
It's like $2,000 to get that thing. At the time,
now,
yeah,
Now,
now,
yeah.
yeah.
it was like,
It was still way too much money. I'm sorry, guys. Even for me, even though I bought one, I still felt regret.
really did need
Oh, but I
I
got
went,
one.
I went,
Buyer's remorse.
I could pay for so much with, I was thinking responsibly of like, this could go towards my house,
that's a good question. How much would you spend on a single item that you wouldn't mind having for your collection? Is it some people, it's $2,000, some people, $50.
Some of these Aniplex
Depends.
sets now, it seems 2000 is like nothing. So,
there
Usually 300 is
like
my
that.
max, but then I did buy Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
There
So
is one
Or
Amazon set.
I'd have to say 800 was probably the most I spent then because that is
depends on the
for that
item.
set. Yeah.
yeah.
There is
the item.
there is
It
one Amazon
depends what
set.
it is. Though with figures, I say no. Anything that's 1,000, I'm not paying it.
Oh, no,
I
no,
forked over at least
no.
500 for
Go ahead,
Domino,
Domino.
Go
the
ahead,
Sorry.
Domino.
Kickstarter.
There is one Aniplex set I do want to get because everyone's like, "Oh, look, it's another Fate series or it's another this," and I'm like, "That's great, but I can't shell out that kind of money." However, there is one set that I said if it does come out for 200 whatever, I will get it, even if it's 200 whatever, and that's Banana Fish. If we ever get that release here,
Oh yeah, I'd buy it
Yeah, I
That's
in a
think a lot of
heartbeat.
people would. Yeah.
Buy 3 of them.
so
Three.
Aniplex, if
Whoa.
you're listening, can you get that set out now anytime soon? I don't want to get the Japanese version.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait and I guess pray that they bring it out. But Recreators has been sitting on Amazon how long? And I don't think we've gotten a physical of that either.
I think
Get a physical set out of
Welcome to
them.
the Ballroom also hasn't either,
Hmm.
and that's
Is that
Amazon.
on there too? On Amazon?
Yeah, I think it's just whoever picks up the physical media rights, which for Amazon, I don't know who really is doing any of it.
I don't know either. Yeah.
Welcome to the Ballroom does have a physical release, but in the UK.
Yeah, UK.
So
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you're region
yeah,
B, it
It's
looks
like
good. I mean,
Monster. It's like Monster, where it
yeah,
only has it has Australian, I think, release,
yep,
right?
yep.
You know,
Yeah.
Madhouse.
that's one that needs to be re-released in full.
It does. It
Sure,
does. It needs a re-release.
die.
It's
I
on
wish
Netflix
somebody.
now.
I wish somebody would. Well, I guess Netflix does have it, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. They just haven't done physical.
Well, Sentai has been doing a good number of the Netflix ones.
Yeah,
Not
well,
all of
but
them, but
Discotheque. If Discotheque is probably the one I would be hoping that would get it. They've been putting out all kinds of strange stuff lately that's pretty delectable. All the vintage stuff that they haven't heard of before all the
Street
time.
Sharks.
So
yeah,
the other was like Viz. They've been only been pumping out stuff like Bleach again.
yeah,
JoJo
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, so
GG.
They haven't done a lot of stuff lately. I noticed Viz has the least amount of releases. I think I waited on their stuff.
Yeah,
I
they've
said,
been
Yeah, they
their stuff
slowed down
will
and
be
they never
around a while.
and they never go down in price either because I've been
No.
waiting for Yasha Hime to go down cheaper, like the JoJo sets did, and they never did.
No,
And looking
I
at the
grabbed them. I
archives,
said, forget it.
I grabbed the Yashasime too.
Yeah.
I was hoping someone would pick up the old discontinued Viz titles and just put them out already because I'm tired of waiting for the rest of Hikaru no Go
No, true.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and Full Moon.
yeah.
Yeah, Full Moon's the one I was hoping for.
Full Moon. Yeah.
I
Full
still
Moon
hope
was one of my favorite series, and I was excited when they put out volumes, and then they never finished them.
And they
Like
quit. Yeah.
making
Do they-
voodoo dolls with the Viz Tech people.
Do they not have the license anymore? Or they do
knows?
still?
They
I would
always
you
think
know,
if they have the manga, shouldn't they have the anime license? But I know
Duh.
that's not always true.
Yeah, that's not. Always
I
true.
need someone to pick that up.
maybe
Maybe
Discotheque.
Discotheque?
Just
That's what I was
is my
thinking
only
too.
hope.
Release the subtitle. I did guys just release it in subtitle and just release it.
Discotheque Kenobi, you're our only hope.
Older titles, they are.
From the ADV at the modern era, they just put out stuff. It's
Or
just
maybe
new
me
stuff all the
blasters. I
time.
don't know.
The latest thing with the Yurusei Yatsura, I know it's been put out before, but it had been a dead title, for a long time. So I'm happy that
I went, yay! It's
Mhm.
not thousands of dollars. I can afford it. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's no longer $1,000 anyway.
And you got to give
Did it
credit
drop?
to Discotheque. They found a niche that works for them.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I don't see them selling out at all. See
Hey,
no
is
reason
there
to.
anything more from
They
Woodhead
sell out of a lot of things.
putting out another
Yeah.
anime
Yeah, they
title?
sell a lot of stuff.
No, I mean like
They-
as a company to like Sony.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
don't
you
see
mean
that
like
happening.
selling out their business?
Yeah, yeah.
Becoming
it depends
sellouts.
on the offer,
you know.
doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if they
probably.
give in to the Sony monster, I'll be sad.
Here's a couple million. Give us your company. I don't know. I'm not sure what the offer would be.
I kind of want Sentai and them to hold out.
I hope so
I do
too.
too.
Yeah.
They hold out. Yeah.
Sometimes
Everything under
It's
the
better to
sun.
have a bunch of businesses on one giant
movie classics that I don't
creature.
know how they want to stay their model. I just don't see the merging of the culture between AMC and anime. And I don't know how they're going to keep it together.
They've been leaving Sentai alone for the most part, though. I noticed.
Well, one good thing that came out of that merger is if anyone, I'm a big horror fan, so I follow that quite frequently. But if you have Shudder, which AMC also owns, they actually started putting the horror anime on Shudder. So Dark Gathering is not only on High Dive, but it's
On
also
Shudder?
on Shudder. So they're trying to I
Yeah.
think put that put that over for people who might like horror but might not know about anime, and they give them like something to watch. So I thought that was kind of a good thing that they're trying to make use
That's
out
good.
of both.
I
Hmm.
like
I just
that.
wish that they put more money into both of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's
Uh,
another thing. Ever since streaming came out, it's been harder for me to like justify buying certain anime because I've already seen them all.
but collecting.
Yeah. If I
I like
want to
I like
watch them
having
again,
it because they can delete it at any time and then it's gone.
I mean,
yes.
I'm still
You
physical
know.
media all the way, but I
Yeah.
don't feel as rushed to get them as I used to be. Like
Mm,
Exactly.
Yeah.
like if you didn't buy it before when it was the only format you could get, then they would be sold out. But now it's like they sit on the shelves a long time.
I think that's why they do because and it could be because we don't know if the newer generation is into collecting or not. They might be like,
Well,
why would I buy that? I can just stream or,
Yeah.
well,
whatever.
many of
What
them
I
still
Yeah.
don't have money to spend it.
what I like about
True.
yeah.
what I like
True.
about the streaming is because I have been collecting so much that I need to slow down and everything just because of responsibilities. I'm able to focus my money more on like discotheque sets or
Mm,
sets of older release titles that are coming out,
Hmm.
and then I can watch all the cannon fodder anime that comes out for free on the streaming.
Oh, I love watching the trash. Yeah.
A lot of trash that we don't need to be
that's
buying
why they're
physical. I mean,
so
you,
made.
you
I
order
still want the trash
I
though.
still want, yeah, I still like, yeah, bring on the trash.
Me and Jenny's media collecting is about the same. We both want the
Yeah.
first edition, and then who cares?
Yeah, the first edition. Yeah. I
we're
can't
welcome.
help it. I
Yeah.
tried not to stop buying for a while and it makes me so sad. Like it's
It's
like
actually
depression.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
easier for me to buy anime because I stopped buying everything else. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't even go to Starbucks. I spend that money on anime.
Well, it's prioritizing what you want. That's exactly
Yeah,
what
that's
you
why
did.
my video gaming fell off after a few years. Is because I was like, I'd rather just buy anime.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
I know with figures, like I thought about it and that's probably like where I'd cut back the most. Because,
Hmm.
because I was buying like everything.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. No,
All
I would
right.
Oh,
definitely agree that figure, unless that's all you want to spend your money
Oh
on,
yeah,
which,
some people they are
yeah.
just figure collectors and their collections are amazing,
Hmm.
but then I had to sit there and ask myself, what does a figure actually do? Nothing. It just sits there. No, it sits there. I mean, I get it's beautiful and everything,
there's some
but
prestige involved in
yeah,
having it, I guess.
You could almost say that with almost anything people buy.
yeah. Well, not really. With a video game, you're playing it, you're enjoying it in some way. With a manga, you're reading it. With a video, with a anime, you're watching it. With a figure, you're just staring at it.
But yet, when you
Yeah.
go to a convention, what you see most are figures being sold by dealers.
Because it's cheap and easy to get a hold of. Like they're selling prize figures most of the time.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, a
I
lot of
mean,
people I notice, like if I go on Facebook, and the Facebook like marketplace,
Hmm.
that's what people are selling is prize figures. They're not
Some
selling the
people
really rare figure that you
there's
can't
there's
get.
there's two personalities really though with figures. It's like, are you into art or are you into literary works or are you into visual media?
Hmm.
Because
That's
whichever one that
true.
you like the best is the one that you're going to favor
That's
on
true.
collecting. Like I know a
I
lot of people who
yeah.
spend tons of money on the artist alleys and almost no money in the dealer's room, and I'm the opposite. I spend every dime at the DVD table. Like,
I do a little bit of both, and I think the
Domino, you're
reason
muted.
why is oh, we
You're
can't hear you,
Yeah, we
Domino.
can't hear you, Domino.
Yeah.
Go
hold
ahead, Jenny.
on.
Sorry.
Okay, now we can
Oh,
hear you.
I think with the artist alley, why people buy too is because sometimes you can get some one of a kind, like really neat stuff.
Hmm.
Is what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Especially
do a
on
little
stuff you
bit
don't
of
see.
both when I go to a convention, but it depends. I try to limit it and be like, okay, am I really gonna hang this up? Am I really gonna enjoy this? You know what I mean? And if
Right.
not, then you walk away from it and you go buy a manga or an anime or
Yep.
whatever
We
else.
ask each
No,
other
I
that.
agree.
What's like the
Yeah,
number one thing? We all collect. Most of us and some of us collect a lot of different things. But what is the number one thing you think you guys collect the most of? Why don't we go around and say that?
Swag.
So anime. Well,
We know, oh queen of swag.
You
swag,
introduce yourself.
but like my current problem has been manga. I can't say no to this stuff. I got it all over the place. I got gay.
The thing is,
I
I
mean,
feel manga has really been proliferating a lot in the last couple years.
And there's a
Yeah.
lot of
that
manga
is true.
trash too, I bet. Like a lot of
There is.
manga getting released where it's just not
You
very
know
good,
how
It's
probably.
just
many villainous mangas are out there right now? Oh my god.
there's just too much manga for me to keep track.
Yeah.
What's that one? I can't see it.
Um,
Oh, villainous ones, yes.
there's
Thank
so
you.
many villainous ones, but
Yeah,
this one,
there's
I
too
feel
many. Yeah.
I feel like that the entire genre of reincarnation and rebirth is
Yeah,
like
isekai. Yeah.
hella large.
Though the
That
vending
was good.
machine, really cute.
I do like the
Like
vending
vending
machine.
machine. Yeah, like the vending
Yeah.
machine coon.
Yeah.
He's adorable.
I'd like to see some old school fantasy again.
Get
Oh
some
yeah,
12
more
kingdoms.
like 12. Is it 12 kingdoms? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
I
just
was
pure
thinking
fantasy.
Tenchi, but
Or
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
like
Tenchi,
Fushigi
yeah.
Yugi, that's
or
what I'm
even
thinking.
Or
anything
so,
where the character is not reborn.
where's the girl? Where's the girl going to another world stuff? We don't really get that anymore. It's all like guys. It's
Not
true.
true.
Not
Yeah.
true. I thought there was a
Is it not
couple.
true? Is it? Oh, I guess it's Spider. So what or whatever
Yeah,
was
there was
one,
one.
Ophelia
right?
and the Duke was like one of them in it. In the
Oh,
Duke's
is it
castle.
okay? Oh yeah, and
She was
I guess
reborn.
what was the other one that I watched? The Saint.
Um,
The Saint's power is omnipotent.
and then the
Was one.
villainous
But
and
they're
the
still
Earl
getting
or
they're
something.
still getting reincarnated. They're not going there in the same way.
Oh yeah, you mean
Because I'm
like
thinking of like
Escaflowne
Yeah,
style.
Escaflowne
And
style.
Yeah.
Fushigi Yugi.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love Fushigi Yugi. I need some more Fushigi Yugi stuff. I would be fine if they just redo it.
I agree.
I'd take some more Yona the Dawn.
Genbu!
Yes, Genbu. I
I'd
love
love to
I need
see
some
Genbu.
Genbu.
That manga was
Byakko.
As
like,
Byakko
sad
too.
as it is.
Or not Byakko. Is it Byakko? Was that the one they released? What was the last one they released in?
Byakko, they started, but there's only one volume.
Yes. We need more of that. What are you doing, Yuwatase?
Get cracking.
Dick frickin'. Are you
She's
really that
wasting
sick?
her she's wasting her time doing I don't know, parade stuff. Who knows?
I heard she was continue errata too.
I think they're just waiting for her to die so then they can max her out like they did the
Oh,
last manga
yeah.
artist.
Yeah, Kid Taro or whatever his name was.
I feel the same way about Candy Candy though. I feel like those two women should hurry up and die so we can get an American release.
Yep, that kind of reminds me of an earlier thing about the Macross stuff that will never come to America, even if they
Yep.
that they've gone to Big West and all the other whatever companies and
Speaking of
how many
Macross,
Marvel.
old have gone together. They shook hands. They say, "You know what? We're gonna release this bad boy because we can, and we'll do it."
Fancy.
And like a year later, it's gone. There's just no more.
swag. It's swag.
I know. Feel free to send it to me.
I'm so energetically happy.
Along with
for
all
it.
those DVDs you never mail me.
I still have them somewhere, but
Domino mailing? What?
Getting
I
Domino
like-
to mail things is worse than me.
Yeah.
yeah.
Domino's like, if you guys stop by my house, I will treat you right. I'll give you a bunch of DVDs and manga and stuff. But if you don't, bye.
Yeah, you guys are all welcome to come visit.
I just have to go visit and then Domino will send me back with swag.
Road
It's like an
trip
anime
time.
Have just
convention.
bags and bags of swag. Hilarious.
Open a convention at my house.
We should do that. We should all just show up the same day.
That would be fun, actually.
The Domino convention.
And then Domino's like, no, you can't have that. You can't have that.
Nope,
No.
let that go.
Well, one thing about Domino is we need to teach her about minimalism.
Yes, you do.
I
Oh,
think
that
a
ain't-
lot of us.
That
do.
ain't gonna
I
happen.
hit minimalism in my 20s and I decided that I was just going to not collect anything. And I mean like not even real life stuff like shoes or furniture. I spend all of my space on anime, and that's how I am able to keep collecting for a long time. Like in my house, my living room was basically my anime room. So
Oh yeah.
I had I had plenty of expansion space in the bedrooms if I had to, but now I'm currently sharing a house and I had to have all my stuff in storage. So that's why I spent a long time in storage.
You know what?
But
I didn't
yeah,
collect a lot until
yeah,
I got my good job, and then I remember asking my mom, "Can I buy the
a
this
ton
Spice
of
and
stuff.
Wolf limited edition?" And that was the end of it after that,
Spice and
because
Wolf
she said, "Oh,
Classic.
it's your
Hmm.
money. Do what you want?" You know.
My
So.
first
That is
paycheck,
true.
I was like,
Mhm.
we're going to Hastings.
Oh,
Oh
Hastings!
man,
I remember
Hastings.
Hastings.
Here,
Yeah.
my movie stop. I really appreciate those
Yeah.
pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're regular piece of shits.
My sudden increase in income did have a lot to do with the sudden expansion of my
You
collection as
don't
well.
say.
Yeah, the income helps
Income
for sure.
helps. Like what we said earlier, money helps, you know?
Well, I know
Mhm.
people are
Lightning.
complaining about how much that's cost, but I remember when they were more.
It's like
than-
cool.
Well, see, that's the thing though. If you're buying avocados and going to Starbucks and eating out all the time, and then you complain about how you have no money, you sound like an idiot.
Or you go to Disney World, right?
Yeah.
I did go to Disney. Like I spend money on adventures.
Okay.
Speaking of
It's
Disney,
just that
anyone
you
might
have to
learn money, lend me
prioritize.
money. I got an Elsa. It's not the shiny one, but it's an Elsa.
Oh
Oh
my
God.
That should be your
god.
profile picture.
Really, yeah.
We'll ritually burn that when I visit.
No, no, do not burn this. This is a $30 card apparently.
Oh my god, yeah, keep it.
My
There's no
I am
ritual
with
I have.
anime the way my brother is with magic cards, and he has like $10,000 cards,
But
and
does he
I'm
Oh
have a
just
Black
like,
wow.
what are
Lotus?
you gonna do with them?
Oh yeah,
Nothing.
the Black Lotus. I learned
I
of
would,
this
Nah.
Black Lotus thing.
But Black Lotus is like 50,000
I
Yeah,
would
but
sell
does he
that
have
black
it?
You have
at
lotus.
this point.
to have that
More.
particular limited card.
My brother's cards are more recent than that. So
Oh.
Sell that black
You
lotus
know,
so
you know those
quickly
drones
and
or
get
those
Legend
black
of the
lotuses.
Galactic Heroes.
he buys cards. He buys cards at like 300, 400, and then they shoot up to like $1,000 level. So
Oh
like
wow.
he's really good at judging the
Hmm.
market, I suppose.
Well, if you've been
But
at it for a while.
I played a lot of card games and then I gave them all up because I was just like I'm not that interested anymore.
And me.
Mm.
I never got into Magic at all.
I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh
Fuck,
player.
no, no cards at all. I never
Yeah,
really.
Yu-Gi-Oh
I
for
think
sure.
I had a few Pokemon cards as a kid, but I grew out of it. Grew out of that in comic books.
I go to
Well,
the
Too.
store to buy
selling my
cards.
Magic
Like, you want to learn
collection,
how to play? And I'm like, no, I just want to collect the cards.
selling my
You're
Magic
like, I
collection
want to
is
play
what
with people.
paid
I just
for
want the card.
I just want the cards. They're pretty.
selling my
You want
Magic
the
collection is
I
what
know
paid for
what
me
it
to
is.
go to con.
You're like me with when I see stuff that's shiny and I go, ooh,
I'm like,
shiny, and then
right.
you want it just 'cause it's
Yeah, I used
pretty.
to be that way.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's me. I'm like,
Impulse
it's pretty.
buying
It's
is what
pretty.
got me in trouble, though.
That gets a lot of us in trouble.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more circumspect now. I think it's because I'm getting
Mine was
old.
with figures going, ooh, that release,
I'm
and
gonna
then
go
I
with
went,
Bunny
there
figure.
there goes my money.
Ooh,
Jenny
Reptalia.
understands, but I used to
Yeah.
spend a
Yeah,
ton on cosplay. I
Oh, did
used
you
to
get the
spend
Mai
a
too? I
yeah,
saw. I think I.
that was the one that Ed thought was a bootleg. I'm like, no, it's real.
No, that's real.
It just usually
Yeah,
they stand, not sitting down, so that's
I
why.
have her too. She was only like 20, $30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's
she was
cheap.
cheap,
She's very nicely detailed. The
and
eyes
she's
are like,
very nice. Yeah,
So
she looks good.
explain to me what the obsession with bunny girls is.
well, that's her character, so it actually makes
It
sense.
That's
actually
her
makes sense,
character,
yeah.
though. That
I
that
know,
show
but
is
like
actually really good.
I
Yeah,
don't understand the whole bunny figure thing.
I don't have a lot of those. That would be Ed. Let Ed talk
How can
about
you
it.
not understand the excellent features of the bunny aspect with the ears,
Are you
the actual
unfamiliar with
suit?
Playboy Bunny? Are you unfamiliar with that Playboy Bunny?
I am
Ah,
familiar with
see, there you
Playboy
go.
bunnies.
Domino understands.
Yeah.
Is that like a Japanese Playboy bunny thing?
No,
No, Playboy Bunny came from Playboy,
yeah.
and then they've just it just kind of expanded throughout everywhere, and that became a thing that people like is scantily clad women with a little poof on the butt and some ears.
Yeah, there you
So it's
go.
just it's a preference, I guess. Okay, gotcha.
City girls had a start too, you know.
Yeah, it has a long history.
I guess it'd be the same as like the swimsuit figures and all that kind of stuff.
Long-haired men.
The long-haired men figures.
There's preferences.
Saint Seiya started
I
that.
have, I definitely have a
Oh, well, there.
long-haired man preference. Yeah.
Need some Gari.
I
Yeah.
did buy some bunny figures and they were guys. So there you
I have
go. They
those
do.
too.
Yes.
They do have those. Yeah.
The 10 count ones.
Yeah, I have one, but I don't think the other one
Are there
has.
any others?
I haven't got a notification for the other one yet. And I ordered the two guys from My Ethos, where they're up on top of a mountain, and the one has like a sword, and the other has a book, and they actually the bases go together. So I'm waiting on that one too. So,
Hmm.
but
Good times.
yep. But
No,
I've tried to limit like how many figures I'm buying and what ones. So
one of my
I'm going
biggest
to buy
downfalls,
Lego
and
figures.
I used to spend a ton of money on cosplay. Jenny level.
aw, don't say that. Like, I like people to do if they love it to do it. To do it anyway. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't like cosplay or something. I've had so
Yeah.
many friends come to me going that they're sad because people are just mean to them.
Yeah.
You
They
know,
are mean. They
I'm
are.
never mean to
they
anybody.
are very well. Cosplay's gotten.
Roger.
I hate to say mainstream, but kinda. Where people are doing it to be famous and they have to
Hmm.
look perfect, and they're doing like
Eh,
surgeries to do that and stuff.
Actually, okay,
that's creepy.
I don't
Yeah.
hate all cosplayers, but I do have kind of a hate for some cosplayers. Not everybody, but there's
Mhm.
the group that you've all felt it at conventions. You're in the dealer's hall, you want to go buy stuff, and you got a stupid Inuyasha going in the middle of the road. You're like,
I'm staff. I'm allowed to be mean to those people.
There you go.
If
you're like,
you're a
you just
staff
get out
member
of the
and you
way.
see that, you can go, I'm sorry, you can't be taking photos in the aisles here. You have to go to the outer edges with the other rejects.
Rejects, man.
Rejects. Wow.
Wow.
I did have one
Man.
I'm
guy. I did have one photographer come up to me and ask, "Oh, can we go over there?" And then I said, "Oh yeah, yeah." Over to the side where we're out of the way.
Which
You
is
know,
good,
well,
yeah.
so that way they
because
can
of
see
that,
a couple pictures and maybe talk to you, and so you don't have to worry about being in everybody's way.
Yeah.
we had to station a lot of volunteers along the aisles to keep people from doing that because it was a fire hazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
You know what's funny though? My first ever photo was, of course, when I was doing Lightning, because Lightning was my first cosplay. And the first photo I got was a girl came up to me. She bowed down to me, and the girl said, "Okay, take the picture." And she just took the picture, and then she just walked away. And I'm like, "What just happened?" Like, I don't know. Have fun with that picture. I don't know. You took that, but okay.
My first cosplay was lazy as hell. It was Kyo from Fruits Basket. All you had to do to be Kyo was wear a black shirt and some tan pants and a
Oh
red wig.
yeah, yeah, his
Oh,
older
yeah.
And
outfit.
then and
Yeah,
the bracelet. And that was it. Nobody cared.
at least you're comfy.
I was comfy. I had pockets too.
I
Yep.
did my pretty boy Shin Megami cosplay where it's all a bodysuit, like this tight bodysuit, and like it had these like pieces that come off the side of it that you are locked in. You are not getting out. And I was in so much pain by the end of the day. Oh my god. Yeah, it
Mm,
hurt. Yeah.
the
Cosplay is
lotion.
pain for
Hmm.
sure some of the
Or
time.
heat.
Heat,
Well,
yeah,
pretty
you're
much
burning hot,
Hmm.
or cold, freezing.
it,
I
it was
did
just
I did
a
Edna
lot
and
of
I was
money.
freezing.
Oh,
So
yeah. Oof,
yeah,
oof,
I
oof,
It,
had her
oof.
skimpy little outfit on. I'm like, oh my god, this is
you
insane.
don't realize how expensive it is to cosplay until you're trying to build a costume with like fabric and stuff, and all that stuff is expensive to buy.
Mhm.
And
Oh
it's
yeah.
just it would suck your funding. Like you'd be spending 400 or 500 on a costume that maybe wasn't 100% sound, like you're duct taping it at the last minute kind of stuff.
Oof.
Yep.
And
Oof.
I did cosplay of I did a lot of mascot cosplay where it was like giant costumes, took up a lot of space. I did like a 3 by 3 foot companion cube from Portal,
Oh.
and
Nice.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't fit in the elevator.
I have a
Oh
companion.
yeah, that's when you really got you always got to think of like am I going to fit in the elevator? Am I
Hmm.
going to be in people's way? You know, 'cause
Escalators.
I
the
basically just lived
hardest
in the
one was
lobby.
I'm trying to think. I did Vaughn Banel from Escaflowne,
Oh, with the wings.
and the
Hmm.
wings were a
Yeah.
pain. I
Yeah.
was like actually cuz the harness it wouldn't stay in place because I'm so small. So it
Mm.
like the wings wanted to go upward, so I had to like literally hold them in place. So I needed like the harness to have like one more belt on it, and those are things that you just don't realize until you're like trying everything on and actually in the situation. So yeah,
I had to plan in advance for companion cube because he was made of PVC with like cloth, like a cloth layer over it, so I could take
yeah,
him apart. But it took a long time, and I
Hmm.
actually had to assemble him in the lobby with people watching, which was very awkward.
yeah. I've had that happen. I did Yuki from Fruits Basket and did like a Japanese style like kimono.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I wore tennis shoes inside
Hmm.
the building and then took my tennis shoes off, put them in a book bag, and then took out the traditional Japanese shoes and
Yeah,
then
you
put
can't
those
walk on
on.
those all day.
Yeah, there's no way. Like you'd be falling.
I once
Should
Cause
have
you,
just
thought
had
like
some flip
yeah.
I once
flops.
thought of cosplaying as Pyro from Team Fortress 2 because that's my favorite character from that
Oh,
stupid game.
pyro.
And
Yeah.
but then I realized how hot that would be, and I'm like,
Hmm.
nah.
Yeah, you gotta
Well,
really think about it. Is it worth it, you know?
Hindsight.
on my like
Mhm.
on the head that I had to wear for at least one of my costumes, I had to incorporate air conditioning in there because it was like a furnace in there all the time.
Yeah, you're
So I had
dying.
like fans on the inside, and I actually had like speakers that would talk and stuff.
That's
Oh, that's
I did a lot
Oh,
cool.
of work
nice.
on this thing,
that's
but that
cool.
head weighed like 20 pounds.
Oh, I bet.
Heavy, probably hurt,
And
probably
I had to
tired,
build
and
in
ugh.
storage into
Yeah.
it for my wallet and phone because there's nowhere to carry it.
Oof.
I
So
had to
it
ask
was just like,
myself, would I rather cosplay and be annoying to my own self, or do I want to buy stuff? And you know which one won. So
yeah,
Yeah.
eventually
The
eventually I
anime.
gave up on it.
Sometimes buying the anime manga and stuff, it's easier too, you know? Like,
Hmm.
Kind of. Just a
yeah,
bit.
it is. Because with cosplay, you don't get to see the fruit of your labor until the very end when you're wearing it and walking around in it, and then you feel that rush of this is awesome. But then you
Hmm.
go through the depression,
It's a
you know?
cycle.
Honestly, a lot of the reason I gave up cosplay, not just the money, is also because of the inability to transport all that crap
Mm,
Yeah.
with
yeah.
me to the convention. It's like if you
Hmm.
didn't have your own car, you're basically rolling into an airport or something with like 10 bags.
Oof.
I was pretty lucky. I had friends that would, we would all room together, so,
Right. Yeah.
and I don't drive, so yeah, it was
Well,
it
if
was
you're all
always
cosplayers, you're fighting
yeah.
for space.
Oh yeah, eventually they started cosplaying, with me because they saw how much fun it is, and then they wanted to do it and
Hmm.
stuff. So that helps.
Yeah,
But
I'm too old for that now, but it was nice while it lasted.
I
You're
think
never too
eventually,
old.
yeah, eventually you just want to do other stuff too, because the con scene is getting like more expensive and
Oh,
cosplay is
yeah.
going up in price, and it's like
Yep.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could take this money and either spend it on anime and all that other stuff, or I could go on a trip somewhere. There's so much other stuff you could
it
go
used to be
do.
that you can go to a convention because they would have great deals, or you can go and they would sell a whole set for like $10, and you're like, wow! But now they don't
Not
have
now,
art
no,
They
now.
don't
There's
they don't have
nowhere.
hardly
no.
any DVDs
I
Well,
left
even
in there.
I tried to haggle with somebody, and they were like, "Oh no," and I'm like, "Okay,
Unless you go to
no."
smaller
really?
cons. You go to
Yeah,
smaller
Were
they
cons,
you
told me no.
were you
you
doing
can
that Sunday?
good stuff.
Yeah, it was Sunday. Yeah, it was. It was on a
Wow.
Sunday, but they told me no, and I said
Huh.
I just walked away because I probably would have if they would have went a little lower, but
Yeah. Usually
it's
most.
fine.
Yeah, there's a higher chance they would say yes.
I went over to the other guy's place and just bought a bunch of
There
yaoi.
They're more
Forget it.
likely to do it on Sunday, but if you wait,
Mhm.
it's likely to get sold before then. So I don't even haggle anymore at cons.
No.
And that's assuming there is anybody. The last convention I went to, there was like one table selling DVDs and it was Discotech. And I
Yep.
was like, I don't
Yeah,
have to haggle with
yeah.
them. I can just buy all their stuff online.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, and yeah. There's no
Sometimes
point
I'll
to.
buy it when I'm there. It depends on
Unless
the
it's
price, but it's
unless it's
hard.
already sold out
Yeah.
stuff, which then I will grab
Yeah.
that stuff immediately.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the hard part too now is because everybody knows what stuff is priced at, how much it's worth.
Mhm.
So now with the internet, they just go, "Oh no, I'm just gonna keep it
Yep.
at that price."
People
So
are
you
more
can't
informed.
really haggle, you know. Unless people don't know what they have, which still kind of happens sometimes.
Scalping and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, if it's like a readily common item, they have to know that another dealer has it too. So it's not like,
Yeah, you can go look around.
yeah.
Yeah. I just anytime I look at DVDs now, like if I see it and it's overpriced, I just go, well, I can just get that online. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that
I have a
you can just
supernatural patience now. I'm not in any rush to get stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm like, give me
I can
now.
I can afford to
Help.
be picky. But I
Mm.
did go to a convention and find uh the Cat's Eye
Oh, box set?
Imagination.
Oh, the imagination one.
Imagination. It was
Oh.
$5 and I took it.
Nice.
So sometimes you get lucky and it's worth going to
That's what I
check.
mean.
But
That's what I mean. Yeah, sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah, I got the Totoro release, the Fox version,
hmm
and I was happy.
I noticed that a
For
Mm.
lot of
cheap.
that the Fox version is not as rare as I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought it
Either that or
was, but
either that or someone's making some seriously good bootlegs.
yeah, I
Mm.
guess it could be. I don't know.
There's a way to tell if they're real though.
Yeah, there is.
I don't know. I watched it. It seemed good quality to me. It had all
Yeah,
the
you
commercials and all that other stuff in it.
you
So
probably have the real one.
yeah,
I don't
it
know.
was.
I don't know
It
what
was.
the
This is from like years and years and years
Which is
ago
this
too.
again? What are we talking about?
the original Totoro DVD.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I
you probably have
remember
that.
seeing one a tape from Fox a while ago.
What?
There's a My Neighbor Totoro VHS from Fox Video. From I think that was something like Fox Video. I saw that at some rental store. I looked at it, said, pretty cute. Put it back. Moved on.
I remember
And
buying
then
I
Daria for
like
like
that.
at a Walmart or something like that. I was like, Windaria, I want that.
yeah,
The
well,
VHS tape, the old one, the pink one.
yeah.
Yeah, the VHS tape. Yeah, I'm still sad that they haven't put that on. They haven't put that on DVD either. Not
Oh,
really.
they did.
It has
They
been on
did.
DVD.
They cut it up though, didn't they?
But it's the edited version. Yeah. You know
Yeah, that
what's funny?
sucks.
The
Carl Marsek.
I want the sad, depressing version. Put it on there.
what's funny
Oh,
is
we
the
want the
pink
real
Blu-ray
version.
still is the
Yeah.
sad, depressing version. They did cut something out. I can't remember what, but it's still more.
Was it the girl hitting on him or whatever? Isn't there a scene
That
like
was still
that?
on. That was still on the
Was
VHS.
it really? Okay.
Yeah, that was still on there.
The,
The entire death stuff was still on there.
Okay.
the narrator was the one that was added in to make some sort of sense of how it's going on, and
Yeah.
Does anybody have the Mermaid Forest OVA VHS?
I
think so.
don't
I
know if I
don't.
do
Got
or
the
not.
So
VHS.
for a Mimic World,
Yeah, it's VHS only, I think.
Yeah,
I
it
I
is.
there's a Mermaid Forest and Mermaid Scar. There's
mhm.
two.
Yeah, I never saw the Mermaid Scar VHS, but I
Yeah, I
saw
never got
the
that one.
Mermaid Forest.
I don't know if I bought Mermaid Force. I remember renting that from Hastings back in the day.
Okay.
But I don't know if I own that. I hope I
It was
do.
put
I
out
got
by
it.
Central Park Media. Central Park Media.
Sadly, I wasn't buying VHSs back in the day. I was trading in them in the back alleys of high school.
Were you really? Like
Yeah, we had like a
instead of
liberal
drugs, you were
bootleg
like,
trade going, and
here's some VHS.
well, when you're a student and you don't have a job and your parents don't give you any money, all you can do is exchange recorded copies with the rich kids.
Brings me up a good story. Me and two friends, they were twins. We decided to save up our lunch money, and then we
Uh-huh.
bought the box set to the Fatal Fury movies, and then we
Oh,
divvied it
okay.
up. So I ended up with the movie. and they ended up with the other two with the box, and then eventually they gave me the rest of it. But it was like,
Huh.
but we
Me and
all
my
split
friends,
before we were.
me and my friends
my
were
friend
big
had money,
Sailor Moon
man.
exchangers.
Yeah,
My
for
friend had
VHS.
money. He would buy a VHS all the time, so I would come over and watch them. And so we saw Devil Hunter Yoko,
I
Yeah.
love that.
Mermaid Forest, Windaria, a
Oh
bunch of stuff.
wow. Were these
Yeah,
from like
stuff we should
subtitles?
not have been watching.
I would always, when we'd go on field trips, there was always the stop to the mall, and I would, and we didn't have a Suncoast here, so every time we'd go, I'd be like, I'm going to Suncoast. That's the first thing I'm going to Suncoast, and I
Yeah.
would ask my mom for money. I'm like, and I would
Oh
only get
yeah,
allowed to buy like
Suncoast.
one VHS tape, but I was always happy. I'm like, okay, which one of you is coming home with me?
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I remember walking in there and I saw Sailor Moon, the DVD
Yeah.
box set, and I wanted that so
Mhm.
bad.
They had a great
I
I
couldn't
area
actually
though.
afford
own
it.
that.
Nope,
Yeah.
couldn't afford it.
Mhm.
And now it's
See, I
so
couldn't.
expensive. I just said forget it.
Uh, I actually went out of my way to buy all the original Sailor Moon box sets just because I knew that the moment that they published them again, they would go up in price.
I know. I wish I had those Super and Super S ones from the
Super and
past.
Super
I
S
wish I
ones.
had
Oh, the
those.
box sets. Yeah, those are
I have them
nice.
in the
You know,
R and regular, but I
Oh,
don't have.
I don't care about the box set version. I have the singles.
Well, if you
you
don't, if
guys
you
buy both. They
let me
have
know.
both of them. Have the singles and the box sets, and
Mhm.
talk about them all the time instead.
I don't need to double dip in the same exact copy. Thank you.
Or you can just get the Deke dub, and then you can just get the subtitled.
I have all the Deke.
The dig dub is the best way if you're gonna go English, that's for sure.
It's the
But
harder way.
I couldn't afford it. There was
Version
no
And
way.
I have the limited edition watch that was a mail order exclusive.
Oh, whoa. You should post
that
that.
Nah, I did post that.
Oh,
Do
did
you
you?
got the Escaflowne tarot cards too?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. I
I
do have
finally
those.
got those after they
nice.
used to be like hundreds of dollars and then they started dropping to like 80. And I was like, 80 is still pricey, but at this point I'll take it.
I remember
It was
seeing something like that and a necklace in the what do you call it, Kickstarter version of it. There's a
Oh, the
Kickstarter
pendulum.
through.
swag.
Yeah, the nest. The
I
nest.
have the Kickstarter. I have all that.
There's
Mhm.
like three
That's
versions of that.
Yeah, there's three. There's like I have two versions of the I have the regular
um
release and then the Kickstarter
I have
release.
the
Yep, like the
regular.
regular
I
I
would
have I
deluxe
just
Kickstarter.
have the
edition,
Kickstarter. I
That's
don't
like the only series where I have like multiple versions, I think.
well the
Period.
on the one that from the Kickstarter campaign, the one that has the holographic letters on the box is the one from Kickstarter. And the
Yeah,
one
that
that
Oh.
yeah.
doesn't is the after release after the Kickstarter campaign ended.
Yep.
Hmm.
And then
And
they
then
had
they
like
gave
a part
us
one
extra stuff
version.
too.
They had like a little half series that they released in a box set, which was just like the original series alone,
Hmm.
I think.
They also
I have
they
at least
also gave us the original dub too.
yeah,
Like
I have some sort of side disc that they sent with it too. I don't know what that was. I
mm.
didn't open it. But I really loved when they used to do the mail order stuff because that was some unique swag. I really
Well,
love that stuff.
back in earlier days,
You do press kits too, don't you?
like
Press kits are special, yes. I do have the movie press kit for Escaflowne.
Speaking of
I
swag,
want the Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core one so bad. I saw people
swag.
with it.
Uh,
Comes with like a jacket and everything. I'm like, I hate these people. I
uh,
want one.
well, I have on the Kickstarter for Skipbeat, I have both jackets. So
I have
go me.
one. I have the pink one.
I have the
Speaking of
blue and
swag,
the pink.
Roger,
yes,
can you do me a huge favor? I
uh-huh.
would love to see your idol card collection. I want to see what those are all about.
Well,
Idol cards?
my main
Oh,
Is
we're
bulk,
that
doing
idol
show and
cards?
tell.
my
Huh?
main bulk of it's in storage, but I do have a few available for us. Like, this is the loose stuff I'm gonna put in the book. Yeah, but yeah, there's like I got like 4 or 5 of these big photo albums full of them.
I would love to see
Mm.
those because
Are
I
they
didn't
like
know those
Love Live
existed.
stuff or like real idols?
What they are, an idol card is a plastic laminated edition, numbered in whatever anime series it is. So what you'll have, let me grab one. I have one right here.
He had
So
them
wait,
in one
what
of
are we
his
talking about?
If you can
Idol
find that.
cards?
Yeah, he's gonna show you some. He had it in an unboxing video recently, and I was like, "Oh, those are neat. I want those."
And when you said idol cards, I thought of like AKB,
Yeah.
No, no, no.
GT, those type of
What-
things.
Yeah.
The ones he showed on
I was
the
confused.
unboxing
I want to see what they look
were
like 'cause now I'm
from
confused.
Silent Mobius.
Let's see.
Oh, Silent Mobius.
This
I
is
like
an
Silent
card.
Mobius.
I do
So
too.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
that's cool.
you have a number, so you can go by series and by collection. They normally have three, between 3 and 9 of these in every single collection. This one happens to be the Silent Mobius one I just got from Jordy. But I have like 4 or 5 more books, big binders full of these things.
I
But
feel
there
like I've
are,
seen that before.
yeah, you will
I
have,
like the back. That's cool.
Right?
yeah,
I
this
think I
way
have one.
graphic, and you also have the number, and you can also tell that the false ones have black, and this have blank backs. They have low quality.
Okay, they don't have the design.
Yeah,
I
they
Okay.
don't
think
have
someone
nice
sent
stuff
me a
on it.
Fushigi Yugi one.
I have those too.
Oh, see,
Yeah, I
I
have
want.
quite a bit. I was obsessed with these auto card things. So they were very thin. They had collections and
Hmm.
they also had numbers on them. So you can try to get different versions of the same thing. I found there's different versions of different sequences, the same proper ones, but they'll have different numbers on them. So I'll try to collect them too. But after a while, after collecting them and not seeing too many more, I said, well, I guess it's my time. It's this that collection's done. But because Jordy, I bought some more of these. I was like, I can't believe I bought more of these things. I said, yeah, absolutely, I would buy any of these. Just like those pencil boards. I don't know if you've ever seen those
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
before.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see
I
some of
love those.
those.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
I think
those
I
everyone has
only
got some.
in a pack
I
like this.
only collect them when they're
That's not. I have a
disc
little. I
gifts.
have a
But
little stack, not a big one.
There used to be a website that showed all the current idol cards. There was this fun
yeah,
fanatic. A guy used to cosplay as Sailor Moon.
Hmm.
That's just the
Oh,
craziest
yeah.
that
thing I've ever
guy.
seen. And I said, you know what? If you have the information, I'd like to hear more about it. And so he told me all kinds of stuff. And then I
Hmm.
bought I think my biggest collection of them from someplace called Green Tea. I went ahead. At that time, I still had a web TV. I didn't have a computer. I had a web TV. I said, "Oh, I'm going to order from the green tea place," and cost me some money. I don't know, a couple $100 back then was a lot more money to with when I was an airman. A young soldier. So I
Mm.
said, "I'll just put $200, $300 on it," and they sent me a box of it. And I said, "Oh, I can't believe I got all these things." It's going for
I would have been.
the
I would have done the same thing. I get that.
I love it. I love it.
That's
I like stuff
that's
like
a
this.
similar
I
Art
thing.
love
books,
those.
anything thin that has a lot of artwork and collectible, like art books, cards, pencil boards.
So you're a swag addict too. Ha
There
ha
you
ha ha.
go. Yep, he's
I
into
like
swag.
Confirmed.
stuff that has artwork on it. That's my main goal.
You
So
all are
yeah,
Well,
still interested, right? Because I am. I want those.
Send them over.
Domino now wants them.
over here. You can't have my card.
Domino can have them. No, one of my
Maybe they're
biggest
shiny,
expenses.
special ones.
One of my biggest expenses over the years have been those stupid Viz ins, which have been published since 1989
Which one?
or so. Like
Viz what?
the Viz ins,
Resin.
it's a newsletter that they've been
Oh.
publishing
That's right. That's
of Viz
right.
Media since
Yeah, yeah. I
like
remember
the
those.
80s.
Yeah,
And
that. Yeah,
I've
okay.
been trying to collect them all, and it's been quite an effort.
Things are bigger. I didn't realize how big they were. I saw, oh, there's number one.
Oh, you bought number one.
Yep.
Now we both have number one.
Nice.
Yeah, these things are pretty big. There's all kinds of catalog. I like
Hold on,
catalogs.
hold on, hold on. I got a new one in the mail.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Number one is not as hard as some of the other numbers.
Really?
Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 copies of one. I have one that I had shipped from for volume 2, number one, that had to come from Australia because I couldn't find it anywhere else.
Of course.
Hold on, I don't know how to do this on my phone.
You can do it.
Uh-oh.
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 Here we
Hold
Whoa.
on.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Cobra on the cover.
Cobra.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Huh.
That's funny. Yeah.
Well then.
That's some serious adult content. Sorry, you can't see anything past my chair.
It's your Cobra.
Ah, I'm not dressed, so you can't see me.
Whoa.
I'm
Uh,
wearing clothes. I'm just not pretty.
the standards.
But do you have that version there, Roger?
The Vision. No, I think I got maybe one or two of these. And this
I
kind of,
have I have like 100.
I only have a few of these.
Oh man.
I do like
What's on the inside then? Just like
They're newsletters. They
okay.
announce releases, and the one that he
Oh,
has is the very first one. I
oh
have that one
okay.
too. But what's the date on it, Roger?
okay on it. All right, I've got to take my glasses off.
Uh-oh.
They published one every, I
Oh, I
think,
gotta open this.
month.
Oh no. I don't like
Uh-oh.
open stuff. I gotta do another sacrifice.
Uh-oh.
No, I have no one. I don't want to do it.
Uh-oh.
You have to open it to find out the date.
Guess I have to open it.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't say. It
You
says
can't
volume
just
one,
look it
number
up.
one.
He's gonna find out it's just the cover and it had been cut.
Huh?
Oh,
Nah,
No,
it's like
no.
that
3
would be
pages long.
horrible.
I was
That would
wondering
be
who finally bought that copy, and now I know it was Roger.
Nope.
It's
I ain't
usually the
getting
people
yours.
you know.
I actually lucked out on a lot of them. I bought them in bulk in somebody's big pile, and I didn't know what they were at the time. But then when I figured it out, I was excited because it
Hmm.
meant there were more. And then later on, I found another big pile.
That's how it works.
So
Like certain anime magazines, like catalogs, flyers, brochures, anything to do with that.
Yeah, that's
hmm
you'll collect them.
I collect them as much as I can, and just basically, just opening this thing up for the first time.
did you have those movie guides I showed up on the group chat the other day?
Movie guy.
true.
Yeah, I'll go grab them real quick.
Uh-oh. More show
Yeah,
and
you,
tell.
you see which one Ed? I showed them on the thing.
If you have them, they're mine.
Well, this particular
You just
one
have to
says
go on road trip.
88 and 89. 88.
89, 88 is probably correct.
All right. It's a basically it's a thin like thin newsletter.
Not
I
the
tried
not
to figure
Eh.
out. I
these
tried to
ones.
figure out exactly how many there were, but oh yeah,
Oh,
I've seen those
those.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes. Those are the
You
Helen
didn't-
McCarthy ones, I think. They have
Yeah,
the movie guide from the normal and the erotic. He also
yeah.
had a another anime one. Had a bigger book. Um, I should have it in my library.
No. Oh,
Library.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I've seen that one,
yeah.
yeah.
That's more common.
I
There's
actually only got two of these.
I think there's like an
See, I
enhanced
don't
edition or
collect any
something.
I don't collect none of that stuff.
Oh,
I have
shame.
my right stuff ones, and that's good
I
enough for
collect
me.
them
That's
because
my original
it's
copy.
easy.
Because I'll never want to take it out, never look at it. So
Yeah,
what's the
But
yeah,
point?
that's a second
Yeah.
edition there, Roger.
yep. That's the one I bought
Uh-huh.
back in the day. Yeah, I bought one of these, and also bought there was another one that had all the certain issues from America. There was one of those. The Art of Robotech 1, 2, and 3. The Robotech one was the first one I bought. It was the first. I had my lawnmower money
Oh,
at
first
that
Hmm.
one.
time. I bought it with that.
Oh.
Lawnmower money
I
or
had
lawn
lawnmower money. It took me it took me several months to save up enough money to get the $25 thing. So yeah.
You know what my comic book store owner here in town got me? It's
Uh-oh.
naked, but it's
Uh-oh.
it's an old Sailor Moon Barbie.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay.
Or
What's
Barbie
funny, I know
parts.
it's her because it's got the holes that the tiara is supposed to be in. I don't know if you can see them.
Oh, I
There it
can
is.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gave
Yeah,
that to
they
me. I'm
made
like,
all them dolls, yeah.
I have a card captor Sakura one still,
nice.
sealed in the box.
That's awesome. The only card captor Sakura doll I got was Lee, which I don't know if you could see him. He would be. Where'd he go? He's somewhere. I have him. Oh, there he is. See the
Where
two
you'll
giant
see it.
boxes. See the two.
Squint and we'll see it.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah. So you see where the two giant boxes are in the middle there?
Yep.
Just go to the right a little bit, and you'll see him standing there on top of another box.
Great description.
Uh,
There's a lot of
I
boxes.
sort of see him.
Okay, do you see the
Is
black
he
box here?
green?
Yeah, it's that little green thing standing.
It's like right next to all those. It's right next to the cord of your lamp. That's what
Yeah,
I'm looking
yeah,
at.
that's the one.
Okay.
That next to my Sakotan collection there. Look at that. Yeah, Sakotan.
Oh, you can just send those over.
Nope, hell no. Not
Yeah,
even
I want the
not even for
Sakotan
Legend
ones.
of Galactic Heroes. Those are staying home.
It'll be
At least
buried
I
in
have
the
the
mail.
games. Yeah, I think I have 1 through 5
What?
of the Sakotan
The
games.
Oh yeah,
Sakotan game, he has 1 through 5.
One
I
through
have one
five.
through five and Terra Cries and the other
Tactics.
tactics. I have that,
Tactics.
I have
I
that
have
too.
three of games 3 and 4 for PS2, and that's it.
and I have two copies of Sakotan 2.
What?
Oh, I
I
also
feel
have.
sorry for you. You have 4.
I think
I
it's
played.
4. Hold on. Let
I
me check.
played through 4. It was not a fun experience.
I
What?
liked
So,
four.
I had to play through it twice. I got to the end, and I found out if you go in the final dungeon,
Hmm.
I was like trapped in there. I couldn't get out. And I was under
Oh.
leveled, and so I made it to the boss, and I just died and died and died. And I
Oh.
went, okay, I guess I have to restart the whole game. And I had to restart the
Oof.
whole game.
well,
Sakotan
I
Yeah.
haven't played them yet, but I got them for free. My father-in-law found them for at a garage sale for $1 each,
Oh my
complete with
god.
That's
That's a
so
What a
good.
steal.
great
Yeah.
deal.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
don't
We
know
have
about 3. That's the only one I haven't. I haven't beaten 3 in
Three's
three's
weak.
tactics. So
I like,
Nah.
but my
4 and
favorite's still
5
the
are
first
great.
one. My favorite's still the first
I
I
like
think
5. 5 was pretty good.
Yeah.
5. I like 3 the most, but I
2 is
believe
my favorite, hands down.
First, the
Still.
first was my favorite because it got me into RPGs. Because I played Final Fantasy VII beforehand, and I was like,
Mm.
I don't understand this. And then my dad's like, "Here's this game." He found it at a yard sale. I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "This looks terrible," and so I started playing it, and then I got betrayed in like the first part. And I was like, "Oh, I love this."
That's how they
at that
get you.
time, the RPGs were not really considered important by Sony. They only put racing games and fighting games, so they finally put out Beyond the Beyond, and they've sold
Oh
like
god, not that game.
yeah. Then they had Wild Arms was next,
Wild
and
Arms was good though. Like
Hmm.
I really liked Wild Arms.
that
I know
was
some
like
people don't like
one.
it, but
I
Is there,
liked it fine.
It
It
was
was
okay.
yeah.
okay.
they put out
The
Sequoia.
remake was better on the PS2.
Which one?
The remake was better for Wild Arms 1 on the
Oh
PS2.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
Wild Arms F or something like
Alter Code F. Yeah.
that.
the pricey
Yeah.
one.
The I got it when it came out, but
Yeah.
yeah, it got pricey
Is it
eventually,
pricey?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's really rare now. I don't know how much it costs,
I
Hmm.
but I'm
own
sure
it.
it's expensive. Yeah.
It's the most
I have that
expensive
one.
Wild Arms right now,
I know the
actually.
one I regretted trading in was the Persona. I wish I could have kept that one.
You
Ooh.
know what's funny? I have a story about that. Do you remember when there used to be like EB games or whatever, like
Yeah.
before it was GameStop
They
and all
still
Yeah.
that?
have them in
And
Canada, by the
before
way.
they had electronics
Well,
boutique, they had GameStop.
I went into one of those or whatever, and they I picked up an anime game for the PC, and the guy said, "You like anime games and RPGs, right?" And I said, "Yeah," because I would come in all the time and look around. And he said, You don't want that game." Like he was trying to talk me out of buying it, and I wouldn't listen to him. And I took it home, and it was horrible. And I brought it back like a couple days later, and he's like, "Yeah, you didn't like that game, did you?" I said, "No." And he said, "You know what game you should try?" And I said, "What?" And he said, "Here's Persona." And it was
Mm,
Persona for the PS1. And I said, "Okay." And I bought it, and so I had those games when they released. Because then
that's
I bought the
nuts.
next one.
I wish I
Yeah.
had
Persona
Persona
2
2.
was good,
I
but
did
the
get Persona
Persona
1.
2 was not released in full in America. They only put they only released like the first half, or not the second half. There was like
No,
some
they
called
have them. They have them now. You
What are
can
you talking
get.
about?
Isn't that
He's talking
PSP?
about Persona 2.
talk about
Persona
Persona
2 is in two halves.
Hmm.
2. And then
There's
another
Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment. Eternal Punishment is on the PS1, but Innocent Sin eventually got a release here on the PSP.
PSP.
Yeah.
Yes. But we didn't get Eternal Punishment on the PSP. I don't know why they
Yeah.
didn't do that.
And
Only in Japan.
that's the one I don't
it's
have.
released by Atlas, and they anything they put out anything is always numbered. They only got a few stuff through a few thousand of each time they put out something out. They become extremely expensive later on.
It could be with Persona. I don't know. I know with Persona 1, they have the PSP like uncensored, edited version, I guess, and then the other one, is how it was supposed to be originally. I kind of like the music in the PlayStation 1 version better,
Hmm.
but
I didn't
that's
like
just
the
me.
hack games, and yet
Oh yeah,
afterward I was mad
I
at myself
did
for
play
selling
some of
them.
those.
Yeah.
Oh, were you? So you sold them because you didn't like them, but now you're kind of mad that you did.
That's because they're money now.
Yeah,
It's just
because they're
like
money and you wish
I
you would have
want
the
kept
them
them.
back. I
the
can't get them
FOMO is
back.
money reasons only.
You know what? I played through
No,
1 through 3, and I felt like this should just be one big game. Like it feels
when
like chopped up for really
It
no
was
reason.
chopped up.
Yeah.
when I had them, it was because of the game, and I wasn't
Mhm.
collecting. And then after when I was collecting, I realized that the DVDs were in there, and I'd never bothered to
Yeah.
watch them. I
Mhm.
was
The
Yeah.
mad
DVD
at
and the
myself.
DVDs, like the anime in there is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it was
Or at
okay.
If
least
I
they
what
would
I
thought.
just if they
watched.
would just
Yeah.
publish that on a regular DVD, I wouldn't even need the games.
But they have to give you a reason to buy the games.
No.
No, I like the game enough.
GU was
I think
better.
what now?
GU
What's
was
Hmm?
better to
better.
you? I haven't
GU
played
is better.
GU.
GU
Yeah,
is
so
better.
much better.
I have it, but haven't played
I
it.
haven't either. Is there DVDs with GU?
No,
No.
but get
Oh,
the
then
one
I'm
in the
not interested.
PS4.
Just get the PS4
Yeah.
version like I did. I think
Okay.
I had both, but
It
I
is
got the
nicer-
PS4
it
version.
is nicer though if you
Well,
play the first Persona games because there's a lot of cool things in I mean not Persona, sorry,
Dot
not
hack.
Hack.
Yeah.
But if you play the second one, there's a lot of cool things you won't
Easter
catch
eggs. Yeah.
if you didn't play the original dot hacks because you find out more about
Yeah.
God, what's the cat girl's name? I can't think of what the name was. It Mia?
Cat Girl? I don't.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Rose? Like
Mia.
Black? I remember Black Rose
No,
being
that's
in
not
there.
what Domino
Black
was
Rose is
thinking.
not a cat girl. She's
Yeah.
just a
No,
swordsman.
It,
that's why I'm like trying to
yeah.
think of a
I
I
cat
forget the
girl
names
in
of the
Diag.
characters.
She was with Elk.
Oh, okay.
We're like, all right.
Elk was the character that
I
looked like
still don't
Tsubasa
remember.
in the anime.
To be honest, it's
That's
been like
actually
5 years.
you
You're
find
asking
out is
too much.
actually what's his
Are you talking about the GU like Roots anime? Or are you talking about like
goodness.
Signs?
No.
Signs didn't have a cat girl that I remember though.
The
Let me
game.
restart again so you can hear Jenny. Dot hack the original games
Yeah.
Mhm.
had Elk, who looks like the character they created for Signs named Subasa. But it was Elk in the
Oh.
game. And he had a cat girl character with him. I can't think of
Oh, okay. Which game, which
the
one is
original.
it? Which volume?
I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no, which Oh,
But
okay.
you're
It's
talking
the
about
Well, I
Mia,
didn't
right?
huh?
That's what she's saying, Mia. She's saying Mia
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, the
And then
purple one.
yeah. So once you go to
Oh,
your
okay. I know who you're talking about now. Not
you
she
if you're
looked like
not
a total cat in that, yeah.
and then if you play GU, I don't know if you guys caught on that what's his face is Elk. What's his name? The one with the blue hair with the rose. That was
Kite?
Elk. You know
You're
that,
talking about
right?
Kite.
Not Kite.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Endurance.
Okay.
Yeah, you find out that's Elk. But if you didn't play the original games, you wouldn't catch on.
Oh
Okay.
well, that's
Well,
nice.
the games are very, very
Well,
They're
no,
I want to say confusing. Lots of characters, lots of stuff going on.
I just remember Kite and Black Rose.
Most
Yeah, I
people
remember Black
remember
Rose
that.
for sure with her giant sword.
play the
I
original
have
games.
a,
You
But
know what I'm talking about.
Black Rose was a popular character and ended up with a lot of
mhm.
swag, so of course I remember her. Of
See,
You're like, oh, she's just swag, so I
what we
remember.
need is
Yeah.
the
course,
those
swag.
remastered.
Mhm.
I agree. I would love a
Hmm.
remastered version of Dot Hack.
How
I
about
have a
Xena? How
I
about
have a press.
what's the other one? Xena Saga, Xenogears.
Xenosaga would be nice.
That's good,
That would
yeah.
have
Yeah,
a
So the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and there was a special foil release fan thing, and then there was
Best Buy release on 3.
I
Yeah.
didn't get that one unfortunately.
Hack is one of those series that
I
I
hate
actually did
Best
double dip on and got the hexagon box as well as the
you're
big
talking about
other
the
hexagon
I was
box.
gonna say they're both like hexagon.
They're all
Like
hexagons. One
the
of them's
honeycomb
flat
box,
and the
I
other one's
guess.
chonky. No, I got the limited edition and then I got the full collection because it had pins.
Yeah,
I
Swag.
got the one with the
Swag
pins.
reasons.
yeah.
Actually, I had the pins from that set. They were giving them away for free at a convention when the series was released. So I had like
Oh.
I had the pins. I didn't know they came with the DVD.
Oh, that's funny.
I just thought they were random swag.
I didn't even finish what was it, the anime. Like I got bored about halfway through.
How
What,
about
signs?
Xenosaga?
I
No,
have a
the
fun story about
what
it
is
though.
it? Signs or whatever, dot hack
Yeah.
Oh,
signs.
Dot Hack
it was
Sign was the slow burn.
I
Yeah.
was like, ugh, shut
Dot
up.
Science
Just
was I
quit
watched
talking.
it when it was being released every week, and
Oh, that probably
what
made it
was
better.
the episode would get real good at the end and leave off on a cliffhanger, and the next episode would happen, and they wouldn't even talk about what happened in the last. I'm like,
Yeah.
what
hmm
happened?
Yeah. But it had a great
Yep.
opening. I like the opening.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Obsession is one of my favorite
Yeah.
songs.
They got something right.
I like Key. What is it? Key to the Twilight or whatever. I like that
Oh,
too.
Twilight, Legend of the Twilight.
Yeah.
The opening
Barely like
song.
that one.
Dot
The
Hack
opening
music is
song.
superior, man.
Hmm.
Both
I had a
anime
friend.
and games. It's
Yeah.
just
I,
beautiful.
I had a friend who thought that the obsession was in Japanese, and so she'd sing along with like junk Japanese, and I was like, you know, it's English, right? And she's like, no, it isn't. I was just like, totally is.
It
But
happens.
Hack has the best sound, one of the best soundtracks, like back in the '90s, and
Yeah.
I used to listen to that all the time.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Oh
great
yeah.
I mean,
soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
even my parents who hate anime like the Liminality
Oh
soundtrack.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's beautiful. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's probably the highest in anime soundtracks I've ever heard was the Dot Hack. Even the video games, the Dot Hack music
It's in the
just
shell too.
beautiful.
At the time, they were top.
I
I'm
still
trying. I'm trying to think. The only compliment my dad ever gave an anime, or not anime, video game was Star Ocean. Second story. He
I
liked the
did
music. He
that
walked
too.
in. He went, "Oh, that music's pleasant," and then
Huh.
he walked
That,
away. Like
that
that was
actually
it.
reminds me of a funny story. So I used to watch the rented anime with my dad, and we had rented that first VHS tape of Heroic Knight from Lotus Story.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You know that beautiful that speaking of great openings for terrible anime, yeah, beautiful that beautiful song in the
hmm
beginning. And
Mm.
all the leaves are like moving like this. And my dad goes, wow, that's impressive animation. And then the episode starts, he goes, never mind.
The only
Yeah,
time
it is
I've
kind of
ever
what it
tried
looks
to
like.
watch anything with my dad was Goblin Slayer, and it was a bad decision on
Oh
my part.
no.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh. I
Oh.
showed
You
my
hate it.
dad. I showed my dad Outlaw Star, and he went, "Why are only their lips moving?" Because it's
Okay,
just like the
That's the
background,
least
and then
better to show.
yeah.
Right.
He
my
was like this.
parents are a hard
Yeah.
sell, so it's like
Mhm.
that and Death Note are the only ones they like.
That's the least
Yeah.
good.
Death Note was very
Yeah.
psychological.
Yeah.
My parents approved of it because it was like deep, I guess. I don't know. But the rest of them they make fun of.
God. Oh, they'll make fun of if you're watching them, or just.
Yeah, my dad likes to point out he likes to point out all the things wrong with my anime.
Oh
Oh.
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, that's stupid. That's just
Mm.
dumb.
Oh.
And I'm
Well,
just
I
like,
feel like
okay.
Yeah.
I watching my show. Now
I'm
go
40
away.
now. You can't influence me anymore.
Yeah.
I'm already in deep.
I quit watching anime because
Yeah,
my
it's
dad
not gonna
watched
change now.
I quit watching them with my
Nah.
dad because he prefers dubbed, and I after Fruits Baskets killed that for me. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I have to watch them in Japanese.
You
And
just
so
listen to the new dub.
the new dub sucks too. So I'm sorry.
That's why we have
Wow.
multiple TVs.
Oh man.
I never forget Toru's voice. I will never forget.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
it the
Vampire
same
Night was
actress?
Vampire Night was mine, where I
Oh,
couldn't.
that
I
ruined
that
me.
was one I couldn't watch
Oh
dubbed.
boy.
I'd
I
watched it
didn't.
subbed so much that I just couldn't.
That's interesting. I mean, one of the few animes out there, I just don't like watching the subtitle was in Tenchimuyo. I just think that the dub is way better.
The dub
Hmm.
was good
Okay,
in the beginning.
Tenchi's dub was garbage, but it was classic.
It
You
was
can't
classic.
hate
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Like
like the old Sailor Moon, I like
It's like
that dub.
watching old school Luna who sounds like a grandma.
I love old school
I
dub.
like it though. I don't know. It's nostalgia
Or like
talking.
another May, or the
Like Queen Serenity in the original dub, she sounded like a real mother that cared for her daughter. And then I heard the Viz dub, she sounded like a valley girl. I was like, "What are you doing?
Like,
No!"
oh my god,
Like
my daughter's so pretty.
Oh my god, I am dying. Sorry, girls. You feel the urge.
That's not what you
Save
wanted.
yourselves.
No.
now
But I handled
I
both.
gotta hear this.
But what was it?
I feel like that's a whole topic on its own.
The
Hmm.
dub stuff, yes.
Oh my god, you know what one was so bad was the redub of Evangelion.
Oh my
Oh
god.
Oh my
god.
Oh
god, I
yeah.
listened to it, I went, what did they do to it?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like Evangelion in general, but I thought that the original cast was great.
Yeah, I have to
Yeah.
say.
good.
Mostly
I
because
heard
Spike was
Shinji and I went, ooh, that's
Shinji.
even worse.
I remember when Inuyasha came out on Toonami, and I was reading the manga, and so I was excited about it on Toonami, and even though I was, the English dubs are what they are, but the first moment Inuyasha spoke that was not the voice I was expecting, I was like, oh God, no.
I'm so
I
used to it. I'm sorry.
I like having the subtitled version.
Yeah, I need subtitle version for that one. I mean, I watched it for Toonami just because that was the way to watch it at the time, but I
Yeah.
just remember being so disappointed in the
I
voice.
just remember Mount Hakare. Mount Hakare. I did
Oh,
not like Inuyasha. I'm sorry. Like it dragged for so long.
Fushigi Yugi. Okay, going back to Fushigi Yugi. I watched them
I
both
loved
English
I
and
loved Fushigi Yugi though.
that's what I mean. I love both Japanese and English versions, except for one character, Tomo, the villain with the weird headdress thing. So,
Yeah.
so in the Japanese version, he's voiced by one of my favorite voice actors, Shohei, who is the voice actor for um, Meraki in the Descendants of Darkness or
Oh,
Dark,
he's perfect.
and he's hot, he's beautiful. The voice that voice makes me go. Oh. In the English version, however, Tomo sounds like this. Miyaka, what are you doing? I'm like, oh my god, no. Watch it in English, and you'll be like, what did they do to Tomo? Why?
Why do this to us?
Why? So yeah, that's probably where I started going. I hate English dubs.
My bad experience with English dubs happened with U.S. renditions, and they put out the Itzer one, and I could not believe the wordiness of the dub on it. I said, "Oh my god, this is what I have to listen to," and that's what pushed me over to the subs. I said, "I've listened to it, so I guess I can read the movie if I have to." And I watched the Japanese version, and forevermore, my path was laid down in brick. It just I just didn't want to go back there until of course until Pioneer put out their stuff. I said, "Oh, this one's not too bad." And then Macross Plus is really good too. To this day, I don't know which one's better.
A good dub. Macross Plus had a decent dub.
It
Fantastic.
did.
They did a bang up job on it. I remember reading the article that
It's
the guy
still
was putting out the manga videos, putting out the dub and the sub, and the guy that was doing all the production, the release and explanation, all that. He said that please give the dub a chance. So we did a good job on it. He was right.
what I love about Macross Plus is we have an ongoing joke. I used to go to the convention a lot, but the last few conventions have been kind of crap for the Macross Con. And but we always joke that Lee Stone is going to be there. Lee Stone was the voice of Isamu for Macross Plus. Do you know who Lee Stone is, guys? Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad. And I was
Wait,
like,
Mm.
He
yeah,
was
wow.
a lot of characters in
yes,
early anime,
yes,
Hmm.
actually.
he
Oh
was.
yeah, like Kiefer Sutherland,
Yes,
and he was in
Yep.
Armitage. Who's the
yep.
other one? It's not Elizabeth Shue. There's another big one in Armitage, and I can't remember
Oh
who it
yeah, I
was.
can't remember who it was either, but I remember those, and it was like, wow. You didn't realize some of these big heavy hitters. I mean, they made it more known when Princess Mononoke came out. They're like, okay, we're gonna have this and this and this for
Oh yeah, like all the Ghiblis, they had the
yeah,
They had
big
more
names
famous
on it.
people,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't realize how many were snuck in the older animes. But yeah, I remember when we found out Lee Stone was Bryan Cranston. We're like, holy crap!
He was really big into the nerd sector. That's why he was so willing to play Zordon from Power Rangers, is
Yeah,
because
Hmm.
he's knee deep in that nonsense. He loves that stuff.
he
And
does.
I really respect him for having done like any job that would offer him a role
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he's a
I would love
character
to see
actor
him.
and he's really good at it.
He
But
is.
honestly, the only thing I really remember him memorably from was Malcolm in the Middle.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I watched that all
That
the
show
time.
was gold.
That show was. What's funny was I remember being so excited when I figured out what that anime was in the
Yeah,
opening. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's Nazca. When I rented the video for Nazca and I saw that, I was like, I know that.
But the
Yeah,
thing is,
they only
why did they
flashed it for
use
like
it?
I
3 seconds.
don't know why they used it, but
Yeah,
it was
like I always wondered why.
like such a random anime to have on there. I was like, what?
I mean, they had like little Easter egg stuff in the episodes too of nerdy stuff as
Yeah,
well.
that
But
favorite moment like that was that movie with Adam Sandler in it where he lost his family during 9/11. Rain Over Me. That movie.
hmm
There's a scene
Yeah.
where he's playing Shadow of the Colossus right there. I'm like, oh my god, that's not a game nobody really knows. I'm like, oh my god, he's playing Shadow of the Colossus. Which if you haven't played on PS2, you need to. It's my top game on PS2. Yeah.
I
I
don't even
get
know
it
where
on
my
the
PS2 is.
PS4.
You can get it on the PS4. Yeah, if you don't
Yeah,
have
the
PS2,
PS4 version's beautiful.
it's beautiful.
Well,
I mean, there's nothing there, but it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful game I've ever
It
played.
has such long draw distances. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, if you're easily depressed, don't play Shadow of the Colossus, okay?
Oh God, yeah. If you get
Luna's been
sad
extra
easy, don't
quiet.
play it.
If you thought Nero was depressing, play Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, I don't know which is worse. I don't know.
It was Ika.
Both. Eco?
Eco was the first in the game. There's Eco, then
Something called the Shadow Colossus, and you had something like the
Last
Beast or
Guardian. The Last Guardian.
Last
oh,
Guardian.
Yeah. I don't think they made a fourth one yet.
No. I think Last Guardian didn't do very well either.
We know our friends. Hold on. He added me on Facebook. It made my day. Oh, he's got some art book out. Oh, I need that. I need that art book. Rito, give me art
Okay.
book. I'm just kidding.
She says that there's a stack of books higher than her head. I need that.
She's like, I could
need
put
that.
yep. She's like, I could put that on the Leaning Tower of manga.
I am a world champion at Jenga. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go.
Have to be.
Actually, no. I've had the. You know how many times that pile's fallen? I don't even
Oh
remember how.
boy.
Oh no.
I sometimes like
Unfortunate.
go to my room and I'm like,
Just wrap it in plastic wrap. It'll stay.
and I have these random Love Live girls on there. I call them the Lemon Brigade because they had them.
How many times have they broken?
They're still good, but they're real cheap at the Oregon sale that I bought. The Geek Nerd. They had like a percentage off on figures, so I went ahead and bought all the yellow girls.
Oh,
Oh.
just the yellow-haired idols, the
Interesting.
blonde girls.
They're wearing yellow dresses. It was like
Oh,
so I call them the Lemon Brigade, even though it's Love Live.
I kind of want. I need a card capture Sakura figure, so I need suggestions.
I'm trying to remember which one I have. It's buried under a bunch of other boxed figures.
No, is it?
Well, if you're going for card capture Sakura, I think the classic pink dress is
Yeah,
a must
that's
have.
true. I think mine's the classic pink dress, really, but yeah.
The one
think
from the
okay.
opening.
on the
I
bus.
saw the cat one. I kind of like the cat one.
I mean, Cat's also classic.
The cat one's cute. I like the frog one, but I don't
Took
know
me
what that's
forever.
from.
That's probably
I
from
like
the water
the blue
episode.
one too. The one with the like the night jester hat.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite character in that series is Yue because long-haired men. But
Yeah. Hello. I have a figure.
Yeah, try getting that figure.
I
Jesus.
have him.
I like the brother
Yeah.
too.
I do
I
too.
was rooting for that pairing the whole
I was
time.
too. Well, but it was him and Glasses Boy though, right? UA and Glasses. No, he was Glasses Boy.
Yue
Yeah, he
is
is
Glasses
him.
Boy.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I wanted him. That was the only reason I watched Cardcaptor Sakura was those two.
So they don't get together.
They
I
do
know.
sort
Oh,
of.
okay, sort of.
They
as
sort of.
much as they could in that series,
They have,
apparently.
like little moments like where they're standing by a tree and they're like, "I can't quit you," and then Sakura's like, "Hi, it's me, the main character," and I'm like, "Ugh."
You're like, get out of
Kura,
here.
they lost. You're a cockblock.
Get out of here.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean,
Oh wait, I can just picture the scene. There's like cherry blossoms falling, probably, and all that kind of stuff.
And then the
Yeah.
the older brother just brushes that little strand of hair, and
Oh
then
my
Sakura's like,
god.
"Oh."
We need some doujinshi.
yeah, Dojin, yeah, I like Dojinji.
Clamp was such a
Fan fiction moments.
Clamp was such a
Yeah.
I'm sure
teaser.
there is some.
Like all the scenes in X where Fuma and what's his face Karu.
Oh my god, yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
very. Clamp is very, very good at teasing.
Oh, that scene will never that lives rent free in my head is when he licks the blood off the neck. I was like, oh yeah.
Wow.
All are a little twisted.
Oh boy.
I think that's in the TV series, right? Yeah. I know what you're talking
I did it
about.
several times.
Oh my god. I don't think I remember
like
the manga some, but
Yugi has a moment too. Nakago licks Tamahome.
oh my god.
I
No.
need a wish. I need a wish anime series because there's some serious pairings in there that I love.
Yes. I want more Tokyo Babylon. I was so mad when that new series.
Oh yeah, Tokyo Babylon.
Canceled, yeah.
We need someone to just start rebooting all the Clamp series
Legal
in one
Drug.
big collection.
Remember Legal Drug? That was like Boys Love that never got finished either.
Yeah, I remember those when those manga came out, and I was so excited and started reading it, and then nothing.
Yeah.
What happened?
Makes me sad, don't it?
X
This is
got
why I can't collect manga anymore.
That's
I
why I
never
never
get to
bought
finish.
it. I just went, well, what's the point? I won't get to see an ending, so
which was short.
I feel like if you're a manga artist and you don't finish your series, you have to let somebody else do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
no, what they do now is they go on hiatus forever and then they just never come back.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about Nana, huh?
Oh boy.
Nana
That
Swan.
one really
Oh
depresses me.
boy.
I always hope. I have hope, but I know it's not going to happen.
I don't know why they do that to us. It's like you had such a good thing going. Why?
I
Well,
think
she's
Probably
been in and
the
out of the
probably the
hospital.
pressure and stress of having to draw it in like a time frame. But you'd think that after that hiatus, they would be like, "Oh, good, I can get back to work."
they just never
Maybe,
come back.
unless your hands were sawed off. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Problem with Clamp is they disbanded. They pretty much separated from each other. So now you got some that are like, oh, we'll do Code Geass and stuff like that. And then you have the other that are like, I'm done. I'm retired.
Yeah, they're just living it up.
Yeah.
They have
I
their
heard
money. They don't have to worry about it.
the Oshinoko author just went on hiatus too, right?
Figures.
Aw, no.
Unfinished
Yeah, they
business.
did. I just saw an article about it that they just
Oh.
went on hiatus. Yep. Goodbye.
Edward quits.
That is disappointing. I did not hear about that.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
either.
Man.
Yep. There was an article about it.
Well,
I just didn't post it in the group. I went, oh, okay.
I was like,
Okay.
I'm done.
the first
I'd rather
one.
sit home and play Tetris. I'm rolling in your money right now. I don't need you people.
Jeez. Spicy today.
It bothers me when a story is unfinished.
No, I get it.
I get mad because you spend all that money. Manga can be expensive when you're adding it up, and then you're up to volume like 26, and then they're like, "Yeah, I'm going on hiatus." No, come back.
You know what else
Yes.
hurts?
That's why I say that if you go on hiatus for more than 5 years, another manga artist should be allowed to pick up the story.
You know what else never got finished? Bastard.
Oh yeah, bastard, yeah.
I don't care as much about
And
that.
the manga was good. The anime, I have to
The
admit,
anime's not good.
no.
The one
I mean,
from Netflix?
it's beautiful. If you want to look at the girls, it's fantastic. But as far as a story, the manga does. I think it's the type of story it is works better as a manga than it does a show.
The figures were amazing. I
Oh
must
yeah,
admit.
I
I'm
really
really
Yeah.
not into
All the
horror
figures are
as a
pretty.
genre.
don't want that Arsh's Nay figure, the first one, not the weird one they just released. She looks a little weird, but the one where she's just
Speaking of
standing.
stories that give a yaoi perspective,
I do need a yaoi. I just need yaoi, okay?
it's like Berserk. I always thought that the two main characters of Berserk were
Oh,
together.
that's how I wanted it to end. Was he saves Griffith,
Oh, he saved him at the end. That would be cute.
right?
I'd go with that. Let's just say that is really the ending and
He
just skip
deserves
all that
it.
other crap.
Nobody's gonna die.
I
He's
mean,
too pretty
yeah,
not to
what he
be.
did to Casca was unforgivable, but
Oh yeah. Mhm.
But who
I
knows? With
kind of
how
thought I thought
Wow.
maybe he did like that Griffith did like him and just didn't come to terms with it. Maybe it
fighting
just
naked with the water, I mean, I was all into that.
We're all
uh,
degenerates. Okay,
We are. We are. Sorry, Ed.
poor Roger and Ed. They're sitting here like, what the hell did we start?
If you're a degenerate in the chat, please talk in the comments.
Now it's their turn to talk about girl on girl.
Yeah, go for
there's a
that.
lot of that stuff.
Oh lord, I have never seen a Yuri that was as good as a yaoi.
This is true
That's
though.
true.
Blue into You is really good though.
And there is that one. You
There
got
is
that right.
true. That
Which
is
one?
true.
I have Strawberry Panic. It's pretty good.
Strawberry Panic was alright.
Maria
It's
watches
almost
over us.
always
Bloomin' to You was okay.
almost
And
always angsty.
Citrus was a train wreck that I enjoyed.
Which one?
Citrus.
Yeah.
Citrus was a train wreck that I
It's
enjoyed.
like it's like angst and feelings, and
There's a
I
lot of
like
I
feelings
didn't
there.
have the patience.
like
The other one, what was it? What's the other one? It was like a sci-fi one that I watched.
Oh,
well, there
Simone.
was
Simone. Yeah,
Simone.
I didn't care for that one
Oh,
very
that's
much.
Weaker. Beautiful
I
art.
haven't seen any
Beautiful
recent.
art, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird story. Yeah.
Cross Ange or whatever it's called.
I have not seen that
Oh yeah,
one.
Cross Angel.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen
about
any
the
of
Yeah.
whatever vehicle people that shoot down dragons.
What?
The people, the ladies that fly around in aircraft or something like that.
Wasn't that
Yeah.
Simone?
Yeah.
That's
The Cross
also
Ange.
That's
Cross
Yeah.
Angel.
Simone too, yeah. They're
Simone,
talking
yeah.
about Cross Ange or whatever.
Change.
There was
Change.
what was that called? Shrine Maidens. That was angsty as heck.
Mm,
Wait,
that was yeah. That's
I
an
don't think I've
oldie.
seen it though, but I have
How
it.
about Utena?
Oh, the
Yeah,
classic.
Utena.
versions
I
of
don't
that.
know if I count that as a Yuri.
There's
well, it's
kinda.
You
There's a
know,
lot of pairings in that show.
There wasn't really any love between them. They were just like using each other.
And then they had the weird thing with the cars. I don't know, the weird car arc. I was like, this is
Utena is very
becoming weird.
symbolic, and
It is.
if you
Yeah.
don't understand the symbology, it seems really weird and boring. So,
yeah,
It was weird in parts.
had great music, but
It did have good music. And the fights were fun when the fights got going, when there was a sword fight. I was there for it. Let's watch it. But
honestly, I remember watching Utena a long time ago because it was recommended to me. I liked the first season and maybe part of the second season, but after that, it was just like now it's just getting weird.
That's super weird. Let's just be honest.
yeah, it did get weird. And repetitive. A lot of reused animation and stuff too.
And I kind of wanted,
Yeah.
I kind of wanted Mickey and Jerry to get together, and they never did, and it pissed me off.
Yeah. I agree.
It's like y'all are precious. Get together already.
Mm, mhm.
Instead, he's got some sister complex, and it's just like,
That was
no.
annoying.
gross.
Yeah, the sister I hate sister complex in anime. Like the one I hate the most was in Sword Art Online. That's why I can't
Oh,
stand
boy.
it.
Oh yeah, it wasn't the sister. You're talking about the cousin. Weren't they cousins? Or they're not? No, they're not. They're not cousins. They're not really related, but they are living together or whatever. I know who you're talking about.
Sister.
Getting weird, yo. Anyway,
Yeah.
Sister, maybe? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it's his stepsister. I don't remember. It's weird. Yeah, it's in season 2.
But luckily, Kirito's like, whatever, I have Asuna.
Yeah, well, he turned her down. He was like, no.
Yeah, there you go.
No credit for that.
Yeah, you gotta give him some credit. He went no.
Roger
Get
was
lost. Roger,
Go,
what you
Roger.
saying?
I thought I have to break away. I'm so sorry about that, but I
Aw,
have
it's
Oh,
okay.
it's okay.
to engage
I
with.
was gonna say something similar. Yeah, I have to
Yeah.
go.
I gotta get
Very
ready
good.
for
Thanks a bunch.